Marriage at 17. A horrible breakup with Mila Kunis. Trust issues. Numerous losses. Is that why the Home Alone star thought he would never find love?
I don't know exactly how to kind of even describe it because it's always the way my life has been.
And how did the Disney darling change his mind and his life? Tune in, Rumour Juice is at your service. Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song's engagement comes at the perfect time for the private couple. The pair is over the moon about their future as a family. Macaulay and Brenda welcomed their first child, son Dakota, in April 2021. They named the little boy after Culkin's late sister, Dakota. The news came as a surprise to fans who either didn't know they were in a relationship or were unaware that they were expecting a child. And now, after 4 years of dating, the couple sparked engagement rumors after Brenda was spotted with a diamond ring on her finger on January 24, 2022. Just 2 days later, people confirmed they were officially engaged. Macaulay and Brenda have loved being together as a family since welcoming Dakota. A source told People, the engagement is the natural next step for them. They are excited for their future together, the source added. But let's go back a little bit. This love story deserves a prologue. Macaulay Culkin hasn't always been lucky in love. Before beginning his relationship with the former Disney actor, Macaulay was in a long-term relationship with Hollywood star Mila Kunis. Though the couple rarely spoke about their relationship in the press, their romance was still widely publicized. They often denied secretly getting married, as Mila said at the time that marriage wasn't important to her. What many people didn't remember, however, was that Macaulay had already been down the aisle once before, and the marriage didn't last. In 1998, when he was just 17, he married actor Rachel Miner, and they split just 2 years later. During their marriage, Rachel and Macaulay were tabloid staples because of their young ages. Upon recovering from the split, he started dating Mila, and the pair had a promising long-term relationship, but it ended in a horrible, horrible breakup after 9 years. As Kunis later admitted, the split was her fault, and she caused her ex some serious pain. "It's f***ed up what I did, and it's f***ed up how I did it," she said. Given that history, it's no surprise that Culkin put up a barrier, and when he first started dating Brenda Song, he expected the worst. Sure, taking a chance on happiness after a myriad of traumatic events can be scary. The two former child actors were both cast by their mutual friend, Seth Green, in his directorial debut, Changeland. And although Green told Esquire he didn't see that one coming, they connected instantly. The couple was first romantically linked when spotted in July 2017, grabbing dinner at Craig's, an Italian restaurant in Los Angeles. The following month, Song posted a group photo to Instagram in which he posed alongside Culkin. Brenda said that they had plenty in common straight off the bat, seeing as they were both child stars.
You know, it's almost like child actors. We don't get to talk about it. You just look each other in the eye and you nod and we know.
Song told Entertainment Tonight in April 2019 of working with Culkin, Green, and Brecca. Indeed, Culkin's acting career began as a child in the late 80s with Uncle Buck.
Don't need one.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
And the rest is the whole holiday franchise we've all been watching every Christmas for the last 30 years. Meanwhile, Song gained prominence thanks to roles in Disney Channel films and shows. She is perhaps best known for playing a spoiled heiress, London Tipton on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
You can do. I can shove 12 gummy worms up my nose, you wanna see?
In 2019, she starred in the movie Secret Obsession, streamed by 40 million viewers, making it one of the top 10 most watched Netflix originals. She also had recurring roles in New Girl, Scandal, and Dads. She's currently starring in Hulu's Dollface. No matter how good of a start they had, Macaulay was sure their bond would lead to heartbreak, as he simply couldn't shake the feeling that it was too good to be true. In fact, he was convinced that sooner or later the other shoe would drop. And it's always gonna drop. Something bad's gonna happen. Someone's gonna die. But love sometimes requires a leap of faith, and taking a chance on happiness can pay off. In Macaulay's case, it was definitely worth the risk. The couple soon began spending more and more time together. In September 2017, they were spotted on a double date with Seth Green and his wife, Claire Grant. Just a few months later, the lovebirds vacationed in Paris with Macaulay's goddaughter, Paris Jackson. And while Brenda played coy, telling Us Weekly in September 2018 that she doesn't like to talk about my personal life, but everything's wonderful and I'm happy, Macaulay chose to be more candid. Sitting down for an interview in August 2018, he professed his love to the world and revealed he had thrown caution to the wind. So much so that he was ready to buy a house with his girlfriend. "I have a good life out here," he said. "I have a pretty little family, a pretty girl, a pretty dog, a pretty cat, and all that stuff. We're gonna move. We're doing the house thing and all that kind of stuff." Macaulay also shared that he and Brenda were thinking about having a baby. "I mean, we've definitely been practicing. We're figuring it out, making the timing work, because nothing turns you on more than when your lady comes into the room and says, 'Honey, I'm ovulating,'" he quipped. Sitting down for another candid interview with Esquire in 2020, Macaulay Culkin admitted that stepping away from acting while still making the occasional bizarre headline had an undesired effect. "People assume that I'm crazy, or a kook, or damaged, weird, cracked. And up until the last year or two, I haven't really put myself out there at all. So I can understand that," he told the magazine. "It's also like, okay, everybody stop acting so freaking shocked that I'm relatively well adjusted." And so, when he first met his now fiancée, he was worried she'd harbor the same misconceptions. But he didn't have to worry as Brenda decided to draw her own conclusions. Looking beyond the headlines, she took time to discover who he really was. "People don't realize how incredibly kind and loyal and sweet and smart he is," Brenda told Esquire. "Truly, what makes Max so special is that he is so unapologetically Mac. He knows who he is, and he's 100% okay with that. And that to me is an incredibly sexy quality. He's worked really hard to be the person he is. And she really does love every part of him."
My girlfriend made mine. She's very crafty. They have my name on them. Just in case, so we don't get confused.
Case in point, she keeps a notebook next to their bed so that she can write down anything he might say in the middle of the night that makes her laugh. Love can make you do things you never expected. And in the case of Macaulay Culkin, it turned him into a happy homebody. As the actor said, home life suits him well. In the last couple of years, he's happiest when he's home alone with Brenda, a surprise for the self-professed tramp and vagabond for whom buying a home was a huge deal. Surely he appreciates it even more since having their special little addition to the family 9 months ago. Apart from welcoming a baby boy, Macaulay and Brenda are also proud parents to 3 cats, Santa Claus, Apples, and Dude, a fish named Cinnamon, a dog named Panda, and a blue-headed parrot named Macho. Santa Claus joined their family on December 25th, 2019. Brenda posted gorgeous pics of their cat on Instagram with the caption, "Introducing the newest member of our family, Santa Claus. Hashtag best Christmas present ever." They once even attended CatCon together in Pasadena, California. The couple met up with a few other cat lovers at the event, like Song's Dollface co-star Kat Dennings and The Office alum Angela Kinsey. But while Macaulay has been happy in his new low-key life, Song hopes he hasn't given up on acting for good. "I truly believe that he's the actor he is now because of all the things he had to go through," the Disney star told Esquire. "He's gone through so much tragedy. He's had so many ups, so many downs. He's seen the ugly side of this industry. He's also seen the amazing side of this industry. So he can pinpoint exactly what he doesn't want and what he doesn't like about it," she added, showing just how much love, respect, and devotion she has for her beau. But yeah, I hope. In August 2020, the usually private Brenda showed off her love for Macaulay once more by sharing a lovely Instagram message in celebration of her then-boyfriend's 40th birthday. Calling him a magical being, she gushed, "I could sit here and write endlessly about how wonderful, kind, loving, genuine, loyal, honest, brilliant, and hilarious you are. And how grateful I am that I get to share and do this life thing with you. My unicorn that I never thought could exist. I am luckiest person in the world because I am loved by you." Meeting someone you feel an intense connection with can be scary, especially if you've experienced intense heartbreak before. But as Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song show us, taking a leap of faith can be seriously worth it.
Don't worry, everything will be okay.
Despite his early tribulations, the actor decided to give love a chance, and now he's in a place he likely couldn't have imagined. A homeowner who's happiest spending time with his fiancée and their little boy. That's all we have for you today, Juicers. As always, thanks for choosing us. Spread the word and don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell for more celebrity stories. And we'll be right back. Be well and be kind.